When my family and I first moved back from Thailand to the United States, we saw the huge harvest field of refugees, immigrants, and international students who had come from all over the world, and we wanted to work among them. But we needed a way to support ourselves. Nobody seemed to have the money for that kind of a ministry. So when we shared with Judy and Julia with ASAP Ministries, they said, well, we don't have the money for it either, but God does. Let's do it. And so began Reach the World Next Door, along with My Language, My Life, and this kind of approach to caring for those God had sent. God led us to work for a while there in Berrien Springs, Michigan, but eventually He sent us down to Houston, Texas, to carry out this refugee ministry, training people as we reached out. It's a long ways from Berrien Springs, Michigan to Houston, Texas, and sometimes it feels a little lonely. What a powerful team God has raised up to help support the work of the unreached, the poor, and the persecuted from ASAP Ministries up there. So when we heard that they were willing this year to come down to Texas with their whole staff and with their board to have a special mission trip and a special board meeting, we were thrilled. So about 50 people descended on Cedar Shade Retreat, our home, and we began to enjoy fellowshipping together, eating lots of good food, and then meeting to build team and to brainstorm together about what God yet wants to do in North America and around the world. We got to meet new staff members, and not only staff members, but their children came along with them. They played around the house, they had special activities together, and then we came together to earnestly pray and lift up not only each other, but the needs that surround us. On Sabbath morning, we headed out into the mission field. 5 different ministry sites. Some of us went clear down to Rocheron, that Cambodian, Laotian, Spanish, English church plant that is so much like family. So good for them to hear what God is doing back in their countries, but then to be able to share and experience what is happening right here. Up in Houston, at the Houston International Seventh-day Adventist Church, others got to join in and be part of the Chinese Children's Church. Happening once a month, soon to happen every other week. This group of young people come together with their parents and experience love through crafts, through Bible stories, just through anything good that can possibly help them to know the living God and how good His ways are. What a beautiful thing to see what William and Rachel Chen have been able to do in reaching out to so many and drawing them close to God. Pastor Steve and Gabe headed over to the Vietnamese Church plant, a group that's been growing for a while and has got a new jump start to move forward in a new place. They also seeking to take God's message to a huge bunch of Vietnamese who have come here to Houston. And though there's no church there now, among the Afghan refugees who have come, about 3,000 of them in the last year to this city, there was a group that went door to door, making friends, meeting friends that we've already gotten to know here and fellowshipping with them, to hear what it's like to leave Afghanistan, to miss family or even have family members left behind, to begin to understand what it's like to adjust and adapt to a new life here in America. What a blessed time to share between board members, staff members, and those working here locally. Up at Conroe, one of the main churches that has been supporting the work of Reach the World Next Door, helping to start Pathfinder Programs, taking their van down to distribute furniture, clothing, diapers to those who've just arrived. This church needed to know the bigger family of ASAP and what they're doing around the world. And so they got to share in that place as well, taking the sermon, taking the children's Sabbath schools, which is something that can and should happen in many more churches across North America. Yes, we have a mission, and that mission is to share and to reach those who are close by, who in turn can reach those back in their homelands unto the coming of Jesus. Friend, won't you pick up this work? Join ASAP Ministries in any way you can. Your finances matter. Your time of service matters. You can find one friend out there who needs to know Jesus, who's never had a chance. You can share mylanguagemylife.com. Oh, there's 100 things that you can do. Just spend that time with Jesus. Let Him fill your heart until you are a well springing up, flowing to other people. Because Jesus is coming soon. Now more than ever, mission matters.